Zeus, and today I have a special Sov citizen, one who has fallen for the crap that these Sov Cit gurus sell them. You see, there's a industry behind the Sov Cit. There are people out there that make money off people who are gullible, and it's kind of like a snake oil remedy for legal problems. The only problem is it never ever works. And this woman has fallen for it and is doing things according to the advice she was given by one of the gurus. Now, before I get into the rest of this video, I just want to plead with you if you would please subscribe to this channel and like or dislike whatever you want. But I'm really looking for subscribers and really would like, but if it's up to you. I'm just asking. Don't feel comfortable asking, but you got to ask. I guess everybody else does. So, without further ado, let's roll this bean footage.
Versus Ashley Clark, 22 CR 216. Mr. Fosgrave.
No. Your Honor, this comes before the court today on a probation violation hearing. And it's the intent of the defendant at this time to stipulate. And I do believe there's a agreed sentence, as you would say in this case.
All right. Ms. Clark, you've heard the announcement of your attorney. Is that what you want to do? Admit to the violations?
No, actually, I'm gonna make a motion for my attorney to withdraw. I got this myself.
You see what happened there is the attorney made a deal with the courts. One of the deals, you plead guilty, you get a lesser charge or get lesser punishment for it. But she's not going to go with that. Now, that shows you right there she's not of sound mind. Thinks she's going to do better? Well, let's see.
Oh, okay. What's the reason for that?
I just want to represent myself.
Okay. All right. Well, somebody give her a waiver of attorney form. Okay. It's muted for some reason. All right. Well, I've already gone over these rights with you, so you should understand them, but you have the right to hire your own attorney. If you can't afford to hire an attorney, I've already appointed one, you qualified. You do have the right to represent yourself as well, and that's what you want to do today?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you want to waive your right to an attorney, when we do this, you have to follow the rules of procedure and evidence, just as if you're an attorney. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Has anyone promised you anything or threatened with anything to get you to waive your right to an attorney?
No, sir.
All right. Looks like you've already signed it and sent it in here. Did you understand this form you signed?
Yes, sir.
I'll accept your waiver and allow you to represent yourself. All right. Are you wanting to stipulate to the violations, or do you want a contested hearing?
I'm gonna contest it.
All right. Mr. Hollis here.
Yes, Judge, I can grab them real quick.
Okay. Okay, state has the burden. Any opening statement, Mr. Marcinski?
No, sir, thank you.
All right, Ms. Clark, any opening statement?
No.
Now, I'm not a big fan of public defenders, but it's better than nothing. It's better than going it alone. This woman has no law degree, and she can't work deals with the DA. So she's starting from scratch without the things that a public defender could do for you. Like cut a deal with the DA to lessen the charges, to not go to jail, to, not pay as big of fines, not be on probation kind of things. See, public defenders can work those deals. You can't work those deals through the DA. So Oh, you understand that you just screwed yourself over, lady?
All right, state may call this first witness.
Thank you, sir. The state would call Court Service Officer Christopher Hollis. Sir, will you please state your name for the record?
Chris Hollis. I'm a court services officer.
In that job occupation, were you assigned the supervision of a Miss Ashley Clark? That supervision being for an endangering a child underlying 12-month sentence?
That is correct.
On May 18th of this year, 2023, did you test Miss Clark for the presence of drugs?
Yes,
And what was the result of that UA sample from Miss Clark?
it was positive for methamphetamine.
So her
Stating that
UA was positive for methamphetamines, and she also, in response to that positive UA test, signed in a statement of admission of using methamphetamines.
That's correct.
Did you order her to report on June 2nd, 2023?
I did.
And did she appear on that day?
She did not.
Has she appeared or reported to you since that time?
No,
Sometime after May 24th of 2023, were you advised by local authorities of her being arrested for a new crime?
yes, and I did. I received that, and apparently she has new charges.
To your knowledge or to the notes, did Ms. Clark ever report that negative law enforcement contact with your office?
No, she did not.
That will be my questions for Mr. Hollis at this time, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Clark, do you have any questions for Mr. Hollis?
No,
If you'd had an attorney would have had questions for Mr. Hollis, and you don't, because you don't actually know what you're doing. See, that's why you need an attorney in court.
All right, do you have any further evidence or witnesses, Mr. Marcinski?
Not at this time, Your Honor. I do not.
All right, Ms. Clark, you have time to, now it's your turn to present any evidence if you want to. Do you wish to present any evidence?
right now I see no evidence. This has the needed personal subject matter jurisdiction.
If you want to present any evidence, do you want to present any evidence?
No.
No? Okay. Well then, closing argument, Mr. Marcinski?
Your Honor, at this time, the state believes it is shown by a preponderance of the evidence that Ms. Clark is in violation of her probation and conditions of probation imposed by the court therein. The state's going to ask that you find that she is in violation of that probation. The state would point out that this is a misdemeanor probation for endangering a child. Therefore, Ms. Clark is entitled to no graduated sanctions, intermediate sanctions, or other relief set forth by the legislature on felony probations. Due to the litany of violations, the continued drug use, the failure to follow through with her treatment requirements, the state believes that she's shown that she's not amenable to probation and would recommend the court revoke and remand her to serve her underlying sentence.
All right, Ms. Clark, closing argument?
So now, without an attorney, the DA is just going ramrod right over the top of her, and he's bringing down the hammer and saying, "This is what you should do, Judge. This is my recommendation." Well, you see, if she had had an attorney or even a public defender, that wouldn't have happened that way, and the public defender would have had a closing argument that would be worth something to the judge. See, they go to college to learn how the procedures go in court. And if you don't know the procedures in court, you're not going to do well in court. It's not going to work out for you. That's why you need an attorney. That's how our courtroom is set. Our courts are set up in this country. Our courts were set up by lawyers and created by lawyers. The judge even at one time was a lawyer, probably a public defender at one time, and then a DA. So he knows how the whole game goes. Two, he's kind of like a referee in sorts in court. You go out there with no attorney, it's like playing football with no pads. You're going to get hurt, and she's about to find out. But she's still so naive and believes in that Sov Cit bullshit that she doesn't realize how much trouble she's in.
There are no facts to dispute before this court. I see no evidence that has the needed personal subject matter jurisdiction. The state is a fictitious plaintiff. The state of isn't here to testify. No injured man or woman is present before this court to provide firsthand knowledge.
You're an imbecile.
I am acting as surety for the named principal to contest jurisdiction. I am aware this is a taxable event and an excise tax is owed, and I want to be in compliance with the IRS code.
I don't understand what being in compliance with the IRS code. You popped positive for a methamphetamine use. You were on probation already, so it's probably one of those probationary UAs that you had to take, and you failed it. And this is your argument?
Okay. It'll be the order and judgment of this court. Well, first of all, I'll make my findings. The state's shown by preponderance of the evidence that you violated probation in this case using methamphetamine around the 18th, as evidenced by the 18th of May this year, as evidenced by the positive UA and the admission. Also find that you failed to report in violation of probation as alleged. That would be the June 2nd, 2023 date. You failed to successfully complete outpatient treatment at Summer Mental Health as ordered by the court, so I find you violated probation there as well. You also failed to report law enforcement contact within the business day in violation of the orders of probation. You have violated it does in a very substantial way. I will go ahead. It appears as if probation will be a waste of time in this matter, so I will revoke and remand you to serve your sentence, take her into custody.
All right. $1,200 every minute I'm in jail.
$1,200 for every minute she's in jail. Good luck collecting that. I don't know. These Sov citizens think they can just put these price tags on things. They call it a pay schedule. But you can put whatever number amount you want on those pay schedules, whether it be a penny or $10,000. You're not going to get none of it. You're going to come out owing money. That's the problem right there. And she's doing this thinking she's going to get that money. I really believe she thinks she's doing this, going to get some money, financial compensation, because I've watched these guru videos where they'll tell these Sov Cids at American Nationals that you will get money. You can charge a cop, and they'll say they'll make claims. Oh, I have this nice house, I have this Porsche because of money I got from being arrested. So she thinks by going to court she's going to have financial gain, and she's not. I don't know what it will take for her to realize this is all bullshit, because a lot of them, they just get in trouble over and over again, and it never works out for them. And the insanity is that they keep trying this Sov Cit bullshit, thinking they're going to get different results one day. They're not. The courts are the law, and you can't go around it. You may not like it, but the only way to change it is to be active politically. And well, that concludes this one. This poor lady's going to go to jail, and she deserves to go to jail. She was on probation, and she didn't comply to her probation. See, the best way to avoid those kind of things is stay out of the system. Don't get arrested to get on probation. You know, keep your nose clean, and don't try your Sov Cit bullshit, and you won't be in this kind of predicament, because you're not going to collect any money for any minute you're in jail, period. So you guys have a good day and a better tomorrow.
Keep your hands on the steering wheel.
My window to give me a citation.